feel confusing to you, wondering what are your best colors? What are your most flattering colors? Maybe back in the 80s or the 90s, you had your colors done and you're wondering, should I still wear those colors? You know, were they my right colors? Were they the colors for me? I understand your confusion. Hi, I'm Annette Bond, certified image consultant, and I work with amazing, successful businesswomen just like you. And I help you to create a signature wardrobe that is uniquely you so that you are, dressing with ease. There is confidence oozing every time you get dressed. You are aligned with your brand. And most importantly, you are so ready to be seen. Today, I want to talk about authentic colors. What is one way that you could today start incorporating colors that are authentic to you? So years ago, back in the 80s, I was trained as a more alive with color consultant. I was trained by a gal named Leah Treisman, who is the director of Pantone Color. And I still to this day follow her color theory. She is known as the international color guru, if you will. And there's nothing more fun than studying color. I mean, color has a personality. And when we talk about the color analysis piece that you may have done years ago, and you may be watching and wondering, okay, what is she talking about? One of the services that I offer and that I use through my 7-step process with my clients is a more alive with color consultation. And what it is, it's discovering what are your signature colors and how do you incorporate that into your signature wardrobe. So I'm going to take you through one step today that you can immediately take advantage of. So the first thing that I want you to do, and it might seem kind of off, and that is I want you to take a very close-up picture of your eye. I find so many women will, when I ask them, what color are your eyes? And they'll say, oh, my eyes are blue. And when you really start looking at their eyes, there's a little bit of blue, there's a little bit of gray, there might be some yellow flecks, or maybe you say, my eyes are brown, and you start looking and there's this beautiful amber that kind of comes out. Maybe there's a little bit of green, so where I'm going with this is, yes, you may have a very cut and dry, your eye is very, very mono coloring. But what I have found from my experience is that most people have multiple colors in their eyes. So why I want you to do this is I want you to be discovering that your eyes are very multi-dimensional. So I was one for years and years. I said my eyes were blue. I wore contacts at a very young age, and the contacts I got were blue. Then I started finding I would try on colors, and this color I have on, I purposely wore it because this was a new color to me, and it's a little bit, as you can see, kind of a jade green. And I remember trying it on for the first time and looking in the mirror. I'm in Neiman Marcus, and I went, oh my gosh, this is the most beautiful green I've ever worn. And I could see my eyes popping. And I went, wow, I'd never experimented with this color before. And so I started finding the older I got, my eyes, it's like if I wore more blue, the blue would come out. If I wore more green, the green. So it wasn't just a real cut and dry, as I used to call my eyes, that they were just blue. And so that's what I want you to start experimenting with. I want you to identify the multiple colors in your eyes, and I want you to start pulling out colors that complement that. So I'm going to give you a few examples here. I mentioned earlier about maybe you have blue eyes with a little bit of a golden fleck. This scarf could really pull that out. Take a picture of yourself. Maybe you're out shopping. Maybe it is something that's already in your closet. Take a picture of yourself with the color in your eyes. I know this seems so simple, but do you know how many women will say to me, I've never thought of wearing the color of my eyes? We've all heard the saying that our eyes are they say the deep into our soul. They are, I'm sorry, I'm forgetting what that saying is, but they are the eyes into our soul. And what is more authentic than our soul, right? Okay, maybe you have those brown eyes I was talking about. The window to your soul. Why I can't forget, our eyes are the window to our soul. So maybe you have beautiful brown eyes with some golden amber. What about trying some animal print? Maybe if the animal print's like, oh, no, Annette, that's a little bit too bold, a little bit too fierce for me. You know what? Try the amber. Start trying colors that are in your eyes. Now, you may have a really deep, really rosy, more rosy brown than the golden brown. So browns, when you look at a color wheel, the opposite of browns are blues and plums. So a beautiful plum with somebody, if you have those deep brown eyes, it's beautiful. You may have also found navies are really beautiful. And also think about the whites in your eyes, giving that contrast. For example, a really beautiful midnight blue with a stripe with white and your deep brown eyes. It's absolutely gorgeous. So I want you to start experimenting with the authenticity of your eye color and start bringing those colors into your wardrobe, or at least start experimenting with them and you can start getting out of the box of what maybe you've been wearing for years and years. So if you would like to take this a step further, I talk about in my Get Style Confident Now guide, which is on AnnetteBond.com/styleconfidence. In the guide, I talk about color. I talk about the personality of color and how you can start aligning not only authentically your style, but also the authenticity of your brand.